Welcome back to Ancient Asian Legends, where we explore universal wisdom through timeless tales. In our last episode, Wukong killed a tiger with one blow and stayed with the kind Chen family. But when 6 bandits attacked, his violent solution horrified Xuanzang, creating serious tension between the warrior monkey and his peaceful Buddhist Shifu. How can these two vastly different spirits ever find common ground? Let's jump into today's adventure. Chapter 29, The Golden Band of Control. This monkey had never been able to handle criticism in his entire life. When he saw Xuanzang constantly nagging, his anger flared like wildfire.
If that's how you feel, saying I can't be a proper monk and can't reach the Western paradise, then stop picking on me. I'm going home.
But Xuanzang hadn't even answered when Wukong threw a tantrum. Wukong leaped up and declared,
I'm out of here.
Xuanzang quickly lifted his head, but Wukong had already vanished. All he heard was a whooshing sound as the monkey headed east, leaving him alone. The Shifu sat sighing deeply, filled with sadness.
That rascal. He's so stubborn. I only said a few words and he disappeared. Maybe it's my fate not to have disciples. Now I want to find him, but don't know where to look.
The Shifu packed his belongings onto the horse. He walked instead of riding, using one hand for his staff and the other for the reins. Feeling lonely, he continued westward. Soon, he saw an elderly woman ahead, carrying a cotton robe and a flower-decorated hat. The old woman asked,
Where are you from, monk? Why are you traveling alone?
I am but a humble servant from the Great Tang dynasty. His Imperial Majesty has entrusted me with a sacred mission to journey to the Western paradise and seek the precious true scriptures for the benefit of all beings.
The Western Paradise Buddha is at the Great Thunder Sound Temple in India. It's 108,000 li away. You're traveling alone with just one horse. How will you make it?
This unworthy monk was blessed to encounter a disciple. However, I fear my guidance was inadequate, for he possessed a wild nature. When I offered gentle correction according to Buddhist teachings, he would not accept instruction and vanished.
Child, I have this cotton monk's robe and gold-decorated hat. They belong to my dear son, who walked the monk's path for only 3 days before his time ended. Since you have a disciple, let me give these to you.
I am deeply grateful, Venerable Mother, but as my disciple has departed, this humble monk dares not accept such precious gifts.
Which way did the boy go?
I heard the sound of wind, and he departed toward the east.
East isn't far from home, dear one. He's likely there now. I have something else. A special prayer called the heart-calming true spell. Learn it well, child, and keep it close to your heart. Tell no one. I'll bring the boy back, and when I do, give him these clothes. If he won't mind you properly, just say this prayer quietly. He'll behave himself then.
Xuanzang bowed low in gratitude. The old woman transformed into golden light and headed east. Xuanzang realized this was Guanyin Bodhisattva. He quickly lit incense and bowed earnestly. After his prayers, he stored the clothes in his bundle and practiced reciting the heart-calming true spell till he knew it perfectly. Meanwhile, Wukong used his cloud somersault to travel straight to the Eastern Ocean. He parted the waters and went to the Crystal Palace. The Dragon King came out to welcome him, and after they sat down, the Dragon King said nervously,
Ah, great sage, what an unexpected pleasure. I heard through my networks that you had some difficulties, but here you are. Surely you're planning to return to your magnificent mountain kingdom?
I do have that in mind, but I've also become a monk now.
A monk, you say? How very interesting.
Thanks to the South Sea Lady's good advice, she taught me to go after enlightenment and follow a Tang Dynasty monk to the Western paradise. I've joined up with the Buddhist guys, and now they call me a traveling monk.
Oh my, how wonderful. But great sage, if that's your path, shouldn't you be heading west? What brings you to my humble palace?
That Tang monk doesn't get people at all. There were some bandits, so I killed them. But then he kept nagging, saying all sorts of stuff was wrong with me. You know me. Can I stand that annoying talk? So I ditched him and want to go back to my mountain. That's why I came to grab some tea.
Of course. My palace is always open to you. Sons, grandsons, bring the finest tea.
After tea, Wukong noticed a painting on the wall showing someone picking up a shoe on a bridge.
What scene is this?
This tale comes from my historical archives. This immortal sage is Huang Shigong, quite famous in celestial circles. The young man is Zhang Liang from the Han Dynasty. The old sage's shoe fell into the water, and he commanded Zhang Liang to fetch it. This happened 3 times, and Zhang Liang never showed pride or laziness. The sage was so impressed that he taught him heavenly military strategies. Later, Zhang Liang became a brilliant strategist, achieved peace, then left his position and followed an immortal master to achieve enlightenment. Now, great sage, surely you understand that if one doesn't serve their teacher properly and accept instruction humbly, well, one might remain just a powerful being instead of achieving true enlightenment. Not that I'm suggesting anything about your situation, of course.
Wukong fell silent and thought deeply. The Dragon King said anxiously,
Great sage, naturally the decision is yours. I merely suggest that comfort isn't worth risking such a promising future.
I'll go back and protect him.
How wise! Please don't stay away from your Shifu too long.
Wukong quickly left the palace and mounted his cloud. As he traveled, he encountered the South Seal Bodhisattva. She spoke with gentle authority.
Son Wukong, why won't you listen and protect the Tang monk? What brings you here, child?
Thanks to your kind words, there really was a Tang monk who came, took off the seal, and saved my life. But he thought I was too wild, so I left him for a bit. Now I'm going to go back and protect him.
Go quickly then, dear one. Don't let this chance slip away.
In no time, Wukong spotted Xuanzang sitting sadly by the roadside.
Shifu, why aren't you walking?
Where did you go? I didn't dare move and just waited here.
I went to the Dragon King's home in the Eastern Ocean to drink tea.
My disciple, monks shouldn't lie. You left me not even an hour ago.
I won't hide anything, Shifu. I can ride cloud somersaults, and one gets me like 108,000 miles. That's why I could go and come back so fast.
When I spoke harshly, you got angry and left me behind. Someone with abilities like you can get tea, but someone like me just has to stay here and go hungry.
Shifu, if you're hungry, I'll go beg for food.
No need. I have dry food in my bundle. Go get the bowl and find water so I can eat before we continue.
Wukong untied the bundle and found flatbreads. He also noticed a brilliant cotton robe and gold-decorated hat.
Did these come from the Eastern land?
I wore them when I was small. If you wear this hat, you can chant scriptures without learning them. If you wear this robe, you can perform ceremonies without studying.
Good, Shifu. Let me wear them.
They might not fit, but if you can wear them, go ahead.
Wukong put on the new cotton robe. It fit perfectly. Then he put on the hat. As soon as Xuanzang saw the hat, he stopped eating and silently recited the tight band spell. Wukong suddenly cried out,
Ow! My head hurts!
The master kept reciting, causing Wukong to roll around in pain and scratch at the hat until it tore. Xuanzang worried about breaking the golden band, so he stopped. The pain went away. Wukong felt his head and found something like a golden thread wrapped tightly around it. He couldn't remove it. It had grown roots. He pulled his needle from his ear and tried to pry it off. Xuanzang started reciting again. Wukong felt terrible pain again, doing handstands and somersaults, his face red and eyes bulging. Seeing his suffering, the master stopped reciting.
So it was my Shifu who cursed my head.
I was reciting the sacred tight band scripture as instructed. How could this humble monk be placing curses upon you?
Try saying it again and see what happens.
Xuanzang recited it again, and Wukong suffered the same pain.
Don't say it. When you say it, my head kills me.
Will you now humbly accept the teachings this unworthy monk offers?
Yeah, I'll listen.
And will you refrain from disrespectful behavior toward all living beings?
Nah, I won't.
Though he answered with his mouth, his heart still had evil thoughts. He made his needle grow thick as a rice bowl and was about to strike when Xuanzang quickly recited the spell 3 more times. The monkey fell to the ground, dropped his staff, couldn't lift his hands, and could only cry.
Shifu, I get it now. Don't say it anymore.
How dare you try to trick me and hit me?
I wasn't really gonna hit you. Shifu, who taught you this magic stuff?
An old woman taught it to me just now.
No way. That old lady was totally Guanyin. How could she mess with me like this? I'm gonna go fight her.
Since she taught me this method, she must already know about it. If you go looking for her and she recites the spell, wouldn't you die?
Wukong realized this made sense and didn't dare move. He had no choice but to change his heart, kneel down, and beg.
Shifu, this is her way of keeping me under control and making me follow you to the west. I won't bug her anymore, and you don't gotta say it all the time either. I swear I'll protect you and never think about running away again.
If that's true, then help me onto my horse.
Only then did Wukong completely give up his rebellious thoughts. He straightened his spirit, adjusted his robe, helped with the horse, gathered their belongings, and headed west with renewed determination. But what challenges await our newly committed Monkey King and his master as they continue their journey west? Will Wukong truly change his rebellious nature? Or will the Golden Band be tested again when they face their next dangerous encounter? And what other magical beings might be watching their progress from the shadows? Today's episode features Journey to the West, the classic originally written by Wu Cheng'en in the 16th century, adapted and translated by Mei Li Sun, and narrated by Mei Li Sun. Original music by Ashot Danielian, Samuel F. Johans, and Studio Columna. Subscribe to discover what happens next in ancient Asian legends. Until then, take care and stay enchanted.